Greetings guys, Si here.
So yet again, technology and PGA Live 365. What a glorious combination they are. So I filmed what I thought was a really good intro sequence for this vlog, and as usual I wasn't in focus. So anyway, today's episode is all about retrofitting your own golf club. So let's roll those titles and then get right into how we do that. Yes guys, my name's Simon Byford and I am a PGA golf professional. I've started to learn to play golf left-handed on the 1st of August 2018 and so far I've got down to 18 handicap. Just before Christmas I played a match left-handed versus right-handed, and the caveat was if left-handed won, I had to sell my right-handed golf clubs, and if right-handed won, my left-handed self wasn't allowed to get any new clubs until I got down to 12 handicap. Now one of the things that I did when I started this left-handed journey was I only got golf clubs that I either found or were given. So I have a really mixed set of old golf clubs, and I think that's quite common to how beginners learn to play golf. What the caveat didn't mention though was that I couldn't retrofit those golf clubs. So my Nike Ignite irons I'm now going to custom fit to myself. So I was lucky enough at the start of my left-handed journey to go down to the Callaway Performance Centre and get a proper left-handed fitting. I documented that process, which you can see a little clip from now, and if you click the link in the description below, you'll go to the full videos of that. But I basically came out 2 degrees upright from Callaway standard and 1 inch longer than standard. So that's what I'm now going to do to those Nike Ignite irons. I'm going to extend the shaft by 1 inch, using graphite shafts I've taken from another set of golf clubs. I found an old Dunlop Tour horrible, hang on, just go get it. Yes, I found an old set of Dunlop Tours, I'm not sure if they're going in focus, but yeah, Dunlop Tours, and I cut the tops off these and used those as the plugs for the golf clubs. Obviously, I've already done it, I've gone back in time. Yeah, anyway, so let's now go through the process of extending the golf clubs and then how we change the line. So the first thing obviously to do is to cut off the shafts from the old plugs that you're not going to be using anymore. You can buy proper plugs, but they do cost, and obviously these plugs were just ones that I found in the store cupboard. They're just an old set, and I'm deliberately using graphite so it doesn't change the swing weight too much. Once you've cut all those off, you just need to make sure they fit inside the butt of the club, and because I'm extending the clubs by 1 inch, I want 2 inches of graphite inside the shaft of the club that I'm fitting and 1 inch sticking out the top. So you glue those in, obviously there'll be a long extension out at the moment, you just let them dry overnight, and let's see myself the next day. Right, good morning. Clubs are now all glued, so I've got to now measure 1 inch off these, cut, just do a little bit of layering so there's no ribbing in here, so this is level, stick a grip on, and then we'll get to the line also. Okay, so here we go. First thing you've got to do when you're extending a golf club is pop some masking tape on, measure that 1 inch off, repeat that process for all of the golf clubs. As you can see here, I'm doing that while I am serving customers in the shop. Then get the clubs and you need to trim them to length. So get those clubs in that squeaky old vise and saw away. Best thing to do with graphite, because it's layers of filament, you do need to spin the shaft as you are cutting, because obviously you don't want to cut and then split the graphite plug that you just spent all that time gluing. So once you've done that for all of your golf clubs, it takes a little while, that's why we're speeding through that process. You're then going to get all of the clubs to be level. So I use a bit of masking tape, and as you can see here, just wrap that masking tape until it layers the difference in the join there, so there's no feeling through your hands when you put the grip on. Then we need to put the grips on. So it's going to be, I use the thin tape in a spiral, some people use thicker tape. I've just always used that and much prefer to use that process. As you can see, I'm pretty quick at spiraling the tape on. So it's just simply double-sided tape that goes on for all of the golf clubs. Then peel obviously the outer layer off. There is someone else in the shop with me, I'm not just talking to myself. And then we're back in the squeaky vise again. And this time we're going to use the solution inside the grip, shake that around, pour it on, and then push the grip on. Obviously there's a hole at the end of the grip, so I use a dirty old towel at the end so white spirit or solution doesn't spit out all over the place. And then it's a case of just making sure that the grips are level. Do that quickly inside the vise, give it a bang so that they're on, and then you're going to do that process properly on the floor to make sure all the grips are lined up. And there we go, grips are on. Okay, so once the plugs are all glued and cut and trimmed and you've got grips on, it's then time to do the lie angle change. Now obviously we use a special machine for changing lie angles, and it's quite a simple process, but obviously one of those things that with skill and with experience and practice you get better at. Basically you're going to measure where the golf club is, and then you're going to use the bending bar to move the lie angle up and down, and also just keep a check on the loft. If you change lie angle, you're generally going to be changing lofts, so it's about marrying those two things up. So sometimes you need to move the clubs in a couple of directions just to get it right. I've obviously done this process hundreds and hundreds of times, so I'm quite quick, although I have speeded this up to make it not quite so tedious for you guys to watch. Basically, Callaway's lie angles for 6-iron down, which is what I'm using, start at 62 degrees. So I'm going to be moving them up the 6-iron to 64 degrees, and then half a degree increments thereon upwards, up to sand wedge, which sits, up to my lob wedge. I've got a new lob wedge, I forgot about that. Up to my lob wedge, which also would sit at 64 degrees, so that'll now sit at 66 degrees. Here we have the finished article. Obviously not much you can see different at this end, so I've just increased the lie angle here so the club head sits more upright as I'm addressing it, so it'll be more toe in the air is the way that you guys would understand upright. But this end has changed quite a bit. There is still a little bit of residue on there, not quite dry yet. So there is a new grip on here. I have acquired some new grips. These are the grips that Titleist put on their demo clubs, so at the end of a product's demo cycle we sell them off, and we do change the grips for the customers. So these are probably used grips, but certainly not worn grips, and I didn't pay any money for them, so that's important. Also, there's now, and technology wins again, we're now on the phone because the battery's died on the camera. This is a proper technical masterclass for me today. But yeah, just to finish off, there is an inch plug at the end of these grips, which will mean they're much more fitted for a tall person like myself. So if you enjoyed that technical journey through retrofitting your golf clubs, thank you very much for sticking around to the end. There will be the subscribe button and the like button. If you click the like button for this one, thank you very, very much. But yeah, all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching another episode of Project Left. My name's Simon. I will endeavour to get better technically, but I can't promise anything. We'll see you down here on PGA Live 365 next time. Bye bye.